You doing your speech?
You're incorrigible.
Are you doing your speech?
Oh, yeah.
Folks, I've got a question for you.
This question.
Are trams better than cars? We had a passenger on the last trip who did know the answer. Because they can be driven from both ends. Boom, boom. Sorry. Len's my name and Will is your conductor today. We're part of the Ballarat Tramway Museum, a bunch of volunteers, and we've preserved a little bit of the tramway that ran in Ballarat up until 1970. The first trams, those of you who've been through the display building will have seen horse tram number 1, which actually ran for the first time for a year back to the first Sunday in this month, April. No, not April. 1885, I think it was. And then electric trams took over in the early 1900s. The system was owned and operated by an English company, the Electricity Supply Company of Victoria, and they did an average job, but they didn't put enough money into maintenance of the track, the overhead and the trams. And so by the early 1930s, the State Electricity Commission took over the tramways, and they were in a pretty rundown condition. So they got a whole lot of second-hand trams from Melbourne, and things lifted. Then by the 1950s, the 60s, more and more cars were on the road. Passenger transport, passenger numbers for the trams in both Geelong, Ballarat and Bendigo declined, and so in 1971 the state government of the day had enough numbers to, in the upper house of Parliament of Victoria, to close the Ballarat tramways. At that time, some local tramway enthusiasts and also some Melbourne ones got together and Ballarat Tramway
Smooth as silk, isn't it?
Society, and we've become the Ballarat Tramway Museum. And they exerted pressure on the State Electricity Commission, the government of the day, and the local Ballarat City Council. And we were allocated 8 trams, and we were allocated this 1.3 kilometres of track within the Botanic Gardens boundary. So we're still running. Things have changed though. I'll wait till the compressor stops. It's secret. We need the compressor for the brakes of the tram, so we'll let it do its job. We'll let the compressor do its job because we need air to apply the brakes. That's the air compressor, which provides us air for the brakes and the sliding doors and the windscreen wipers. Okay, so during the electric tram era, given the road is 6 kilometres in circumference, the trams used to travel, they come out of the city, out on Sturt Street West, come up to the southwest corner of the lakes, and about 4 kilometres around to the southeast corner of the lake, and then go back down into the city. One tram line went down through the city, down through the very narrow Bridge Street, more of that later. They then turned right and went down to a little suburb called Mount Pleasant, which these days we know as Sovereign Hill. And the other tram, which went round this way, it went down through the city, down through Little Bridge Street, and then up along what was called Victoria Street. And I need to point out that Victoria Street in those days was the main Melbourne, Ballarat, Adelaide highway, the Western Highway. Of course, we've got this wonderful bypass now, but all was well except for that little narrow bit of the east end of Sturt Street. Sturt Street's a very wide street, but at that end, the old city of Ballarat East only made it about 100 foot wide, 30 metres wide, and there was
So if we get to a box down there.
single track.
Sorry.
That's all right.
And so it got very hazardous, and at night the tram drivers came down into the narrow Bridge Street. If they saw a semi-trailer coming towards them, they'd stop where the semi-trailer would have a chance to get in off the train. And one night it didn't quite go to plan. A semi-trailer hit that corner of a little four-wheeler tram, and all of the roof snapped off and fell down on the walls of the tram. There was only one lady passenger. She was uninjured. With all the noise and kerfuffle, she jumped. She fell down onto the floor on her hands and knees, untouched. The poor driver, poor tram driver, I do feel sorry for him. He got lacerations and bleeding glass. So tram driving was not without its hazards. And we've now, trams that you see allocated to us, we've now owned some of those trams longer than all of the previous owners. So tram preservation is through. Okay, now, which way are we going now? This way.
was supposed to wait back at the loop.
Ah.
I'd forgotten he was coming. forgot about him. I forgot about him coming.
Huh?
Cuthbert's came out. He saw us coming out of the loop, so he changed ends and he's gone back up into the depot. Okay.
Oh.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.